Oh, do we have a mic? Yeah, we do. Okay. All right. So it's Monday night. I don't know if anybody's going to be around, watch or whatever, um, but Rob had asked, "Oh, can we do the Amazon with a bow, starting instead of whatever her normal start kit?" Which I do agree. She starts with one of the least interesting weapons in the game, the short sword, and one that is definitely clunky to use. And I mean, she does fine with it, but again, you're doing medium star damage. You can only go so far. You can only kill, um, or medium star damage, I should say. The best you can't do much with the dreaded short sword as the Amazon. He suggested, hey, can we give the Amazon a bow and see how she does? So we're just going to start the Amazon with, I'm going to keep this map because I've been rolling maps for a while. We're going to keep this, the setup here. We'll switch this if we have to. So we're going to pick the Amazon. We will resume setup. We'll put the chapel there. Yeah, sure. That's a little bit of a shitty placement, but we're gonna go with it. It's not unworkable. Dumps to the cliff, but she does have to find this, and then go the cliff and the ledge and so on. So it's actually a little bit crappy a map. You know what? I just can't. I can't do this. Not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't actually. Looking at that a little closer, I'm like, no, that sort of stinks actually. So we're gonna go. We're gonna try to draw a map, a good map, and we're gonna play so I undo characters. We begin setup. We're gonna play the Amazon. We're still gonna do all the other things we do. In fact, I will just start drawing cards now. So let's see what we got here. So this one dumps here. This one is the worst. This is bad. This one's bad. This valley's okay, as is that one. This valley's fine. It's the diciest of them. This is the crappiest valley by far. We can probably make it better-ish just by doing that. So it dumps under the ledges, and doesn't matter about that. Okay, done. So we're gonna go with that map done. So we're going to accept this map. This is the map, 100%. In the meantime, I'm going to take the Amazon. Nope. And I'm going to find a bow. And we're going to replace her, the much vaunted short sword, with the bow. So there you go, Rob. There is the Boazon, as we like to call her. We're doing that. We're doing that. It's Boazon. I'm sure that was a Raquel Welch movie in the 70s. Positive. Boazon. Has to be. I'm going to be disappointed if it wasn't, actually. So there's the Boazon. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, the rogues are there because I said that was the worst, but that's fine. So we got this here. This goes here. Good enough. The Boazon goes here. Well, in starting there. And keep in mind, she can do medium star, so that's medium heavy, tremendous damage. She has to roll 2 dice as an archer, but she does get a -1 on the chart. Now, -1 in the chart is not quite as good as 1 die. It is better in a couple cases and worse in a couple others. Let's see what she got. So we got high pass, locate the lair, and goblins. Where is the high pass? The high pass is here. I mean, it's fine-ish, maybe. Let's roll to see where it would go. 4, so it's going to be at high pass 4. So she needs to get to here. So let's put this thing right there. So high pass 4, goblins, and locate the lair. I mean, I don't hate locate the lair, but again, you got to find the damn lair. The one thing about solo is in Diplo goblins. The one thing about solo is you're not going to see as many tiles turned as quickly because you just don't have as many people running around like you do in the 4-player scenario. That is wrong. Somewhere are my solo rules. Give me 1 second. There's my solo rules right there. So sprint solo scoring. The goal is, it's really 10 VP. Keep that in mind. It's I do have to figure out if we do solo runs with the Grand Prix that we're doing, what constitutes 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. You get 20, 30, 40 prowess are your cutoffs. Gold is 30, 40, 55, and 70. Include your starting 10. Lost equipment does count against your total. Great treasures 1 and 2, and then spells we probably won't have to deal with. But 1 spell is 0.5, etc. So there you go. So that's where we're at. We'll refer to that later as we need it. Let's get our 3 events at the table here. I still am wondering if I'm doing locksmith or not. Peddler appears. Magic gates don't super help us, but I mean, they might actually. Let's put the peddler out there. Let's put the 2-ish, 3-ish gates there and the rift there. So let's see where the peddler appears. He appears in a random dwelling. And what we're hoping for, it's at the inn. So he's right at the inn. So the peddler is at the inn. He does have, oops, I just flipped that. He has 4 small treasures, which we're going to draw right now. Let's do this all at once here as opposed to... So we have the Deft Cloak of Mist, doesn't suck. The Deft Gloves doesn't suck, mostly for its looting potential. Remember, we can't use any L, we can't do pretty much L anything, really. So we have these 4 treasures to buy. Remember, the peddler sells them only at ×4. If you do buy one of his treasures at ×4, you get a victory point. The gates, how many gates are there? There are, I should make it 5 and 6, 3 gates. But there's 2 gates. And so we'll put the gates 5-1, Crag 1. So Crag 1. Well, that's an interesting place for a gate. It's at the very end of the crag. And 2-3, Cavern 3. Well, I'm sure glad that these are just right where I need them. And then the rift is in a random clearing in one of these 6. The ledge. It's ledge. Ledge 2. So right on our way. We have to deal with the rift. There's no not dealing with the rift. So we have locate lair, we have locksmith, we have diplomacy goblins. Diplo goblins is a nice card because it just saves us from a goblin encounter, which we can manage. but usually you get biffed up a little bit in a goblin scrape. So the problem that we have with this map right now is just so you have to get through the borderlands to get to the high pass where we want to go. So you are going here all the way through the deep wood to here. So you're going to go to the deep woods, the ruins, Linden Woods, and then the borderland, go through the caves and end up in cave 4 there, and then you can get here. So that's several days to get to there. So the rift is one point we might be able to get, but keep in mind, non-trivial, those rift monsters are mostly tremendous. Hopefully you get one of the rolls which is just, hey, fatigue some chits, and then you're done and you're in. So I would argue that one point is the rift. Obviously, we're going to check the ledges and the deep woods for the lair. And that's 2 of 10 possible places the lair could be. And then the ruin. So I think those are your first 3 6 clearing treasure locations that you're gonna try to get to. Do you hire somebody? I will say hiring somebody is going to make using this bow a lot easier, because then even if you're not hidden, keep in mind she can't use this chit, which isn't a huge deal, but you just can't use it. So this is the I wound this first chit. When you need to wound a chit, this chit's going, because this is otherwise useless now with what she's doing. So she's have to be a little bit wary because there's a lot more fatiguing in her, potentially in her future here. So I would love to get something in the deep woods as opposed to the high pass. So I'm going to dump Locksmith. So we're dumping this one. So we're going to say no to the Locksmith. No Locksmith, no. That is not cool. Now we have to keep this card. So you always, and we get trinkets. So find a small treasure, give them to the giants, get a bigger treasure. That's a little dicier even than that because you don't know where it is. So first question is, do you hire? Remember, we're neutral with the rogues only. So the best we're going to do is times 3 or a 2. You're going to get price times 3. And then you can hire a guy. And he will help definitely take the edge off on some of these fights. I say we're going to try it at least. So we're going to, first day, we're going to do a hide and then 3 hire. Just try to get one guy to come with us, and then we're done. So that is it. That's our first day, and we're going to start this solo run right here, right now. Oops. No, that doesn't count. Hold on. Copy, paste. Bigger hide dice. There we go. Now let's roll day 1. Day 1 is going to be 4 giants and trolls. So we're going to hide. And we want to hide in case things go south, but we don't hide in case things go south. So that's a little bit of a bummer. We are going to hire 3 times, hoping to get... Because remember, she has no bonuses, so price times no deal. So that's a 4. That's a good roll, but not good enough. She gets a 6, so that's trouble, of course. And this could go hard south real quick. She gets an insult first thing. So that's her second hire. And she's buddy with the Lancers Patroller Shaman. Ugh. Do you take the -5 and go for the hire? I'm going to say no. We're going to let them block us. We are done. And we're going to give up on this hiring bullcrap. And we're just going to make our way in. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 2 hides, and then up into the ledges. So hide, extra move, move into the ledges. And we're going to take that as a sign that the rogues don't really want us around. And we get a 6. So bats, not my favorite, not my favorite. So 1, 2, 3, are we hidden? I'm going to move these dice over here for now, just because we're going to be on this side for a little bit. We are hidden, thankfully. Up in, so we got dragons with smoke and roar. But that's nothing because we got the bats. So let's look at what can appear at the rift. Oh crap, it's not on the card, son of a bitch. I gotta open this. Look, I know 5 and 6 are fatigue and wound. Give me 1 second here to look. I know everybody, it's very exciting. It's tremendous demon, tremendous spider. 3 to 6 sword goblins. Holy shit. Bats, 2 to 3 bats, noxious, and wounds. That's not super ideal. So okay. I mean, obviously we will hide, move into the rift, I think, is tomorrow. So day 3 is 3 hides, and then extra move and move into the rift, because we want to see what's in there. But we don't necessarily want to fight it, given what we've seen. So it is day 3, and we've not moved. No, and the highly mobile Amazon has moved 3 clearings from her star point. It is 4. So giants and trolls again. So we are going to get a giant in 4. So we are hiding 3 times. We do succeed. We move into the rift. We now have to roll on the rift chart here. And the rift is a 6. So we have to wound 1d6 chits. And then we can seal it with blood. So not only do we get the volcanic gases burn our lungs, this is quite the start. 5 flipping wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we get a giant in 4. Wrong giant. Giant in 4. I mean, whoa, that is a disaster. That is 6 phases, 7, 8 phases, 2 days of rest, effectively. That burned us pretty good. Okay. Jeez. Yikes. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but just given where we're at, we're going to seal it with blood and hope to roll flipping low. And if we roll low, we rolled a 2. Well, that's good at least. We're going to dump that shit. And I hate to say it, but that shit. So done and done. The rift is done. So we do get a VP. So we've sealed the rift at least, at a hefty cost, I might add. So that's our first card point. I don't think we get anything else by sealing with blood. I think... Nope, that is that. So done. The rift is done. I think tomorrow we are gonna... I think we're gonna roll out of there. I think we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 back, and then do our rest. So I think we burned week 1, which sort of sucks, actually. So I think it's extra move into the valley, and then rest. We got to get some of these chits back. So day 4, it's not going to matter what the monster roll is. That's a 5. So spiders. And we're just going to start resting crop. So we're going to go rest, rest. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 is day 5. Don't even need to roll it really. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I can start playing a little bit again. We're going to rest and move up into the ledges again, and then try to get into these deep woods here. So we're going to hide once and then move into the ledges again. So 2 days of rest to deal with that. We didn't get a treasure, so that sort of sucks. And monster roll is going to be pertinent now. If it's a 4, that's okay. Imp, spider's an imp. So we're going to hide. We do, and then we end up here. 1, 2. Now that giant is fine, but it's just not worth going to kill it necessarily. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we got to get moving a little bit. So we're going to hide and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to end up in deep woods 4. So hide, extra move, move, deep woods 4. And we're booking it as fast as possible to run through the deep woods 4. So giants and trolls here too. So we are relying on hides that don't suck, but we don't get a hide that doesn't suck. We do get stink and the vault. So we are going to get a giant and a troll. So this giant here, giant pops there. And the tremendous troll pops there. Now we are unhidden. So we're going to have to run, but we can play an M4 to run from a giant. Giant's pretty easy. And we're going to end up right there. And done. Okay. Okay, layer trinkets. So we need to find some treasure. Really, that's what trinkets means. Trinkets means find a treasure. You doof. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find some treasure here. In the meantime, it'd be nice to see where goblins can exist, but we have to hit a cave of some sort. What's up, Rob? How are you this evening? It's not an auspicious start for the Boazon, by the way. It's been a little dicey on our poor lass. So I think what we're going to do for day 7, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Yeah, solo runs can be tough for sure. I do think you definitely you don't see enough spaces quickly enough. So we could, we can obviously move and then we can hide. Again, it's going to be day 7, so we're going to roll 2 dice. So that does stink a little bit for her in the sense of, I don't know if I want to be in here and have a high chance to roll and get the troll walking in on us. Or a spider walking in on us. But, I suppose now is as good a time as any to test on things that she can run from, which are these things. This is where we test if she is a bow hunter or not. So we're going to move to 5, hide 3 times, and then move back. Although she doesn't, I don't know that I want to. Well, we have a giant here. We do have a giant, so she's going to get this guy out of the way. So she's going to move. Oh, that was 7? Oh, shoot. Okay, so I screwed that up a tiny bit solely because I lost a day. Right. I lost a day because I was resting because of those 2 days of rest. So theoretically, we also have bats, but we don't have bats. So because there's no bats there. So good enough. So that was day 7. No, that was terrible. The problem, what happened was the rift appeared, and when I walked in, I got volcanic gases, wounded D6 chits, and I rolled a 5. So that immediately took her out for a couple days. And she then did seal the rift with blood, which is another 2. So she essentially wounded 7 chits on day 3 or whatever, and then had to go back and rest for 2 days. Now, I neglected to move the marker for a day, so I missed day 7, but now we've got it. So she is going to do that on day 8. That's absolutely the case. So she will move away, hide, extra move back, and that'll be day 8. But we do need to draw 3 events first, just in case they are meaningful to her plans here. Lost Scholar, that could be useful. That's 1. Amazing Weather is helpful, though I used to redraw those on solo games just to give everybody equal amount of turns. So I'm going to do that for her too. So Lost Scholar, 6 and 6, Deepwoods 6. So the Scholar is going to appear in Deepwoods 6. So that does actually change, at least our, maybe not the initial day. The Hunter's Lodge appears in clearing number 4 in a woods. 5, the Pea Woods, whatever those are, the Pine Woods. Pine, up there. Well, it can't appear in clearing number 5, so it has to appear in 4, so it has to appear in 5. So we get the Lodge. Then we're also going to get Bandits, so it appears way up here. And the Bandits are, the Bandits are Mountain 5. And we'll take the first 3 of you and put you there. Okay. That's all fine. That's all good. So she can handle those. She can grab the Scholar. The problem is once you grab the Scholar, I suppose you could drop them off at the guard real quick. I don't think it changes her next day, though. Her next day is, can she pop this guy here being hidden? So let's get day 8 rolled and moving. 2. So Serpents and Demons we haven't seen. That won't matter to her. She goes here. She's going to hide 16 times. But she does fail once. She fails twice, but succeeds the final time and ends up in the giant. So let's play the ambush game with the Amazon with the bow. So she is hidden. She can ambush. She can ready the bow with whatever chit she likes there. She's going to ready it with this chit and then play this one. The bow does M** damage, which is tremendous damage. The missile table, still not great. 1, 2, or 3. So she has to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to kill this guy. So still not the best. Even though he's tremendous and unarmed. So that's where I always say just the Amazon's not as good an ambush archer as the Woods Girl. The Woods Girl would have a 1/3 chance of killing this guy. I think we have something akin to, what is it? We have 1. Add 3 is 4. Add 5 is 9. Add 7 is 16. So we have a 16 in 36 chance of killing him. That's 8/18. That's 4 9ths. We have a 44% chance. So actually a pretty good chance, right? Is that really the case? Yeah, maybe. I think so. I think we got this one. So, all right. So let's roll this bad boy. 4, 3, 2, or 1. And no. So we miss -3 levels. That's not going to do anything. Are we hidden? We are still hidden. So that's round 1. Round 2, she's got to fatigue something, which she will. She'll fatigue. She'll commit to fatiguing that. So she's got to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 again. Nope. She misses that one. And is she hidden? No. Yes, she is. So she gets another round, round 4. Or, I'm sorry, round 3. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Come on, you got this. There we go. And it's a kill. And no more fatiguing. And she's going to score a giant and score 8. Giant for 8. And that is her first 8 notoriety. So 8 prowess. Done. And as you see, she needs 20 to get that first point. But she is at least well on her way. And then that worked. Nothing wrong with that. That sequence there. So I think on... So here's the thing. I don't think she's going to get the scholar and run back. I think she's going to hit the scholar 1, 2, 3, and just move up into the ruins. So 1, 2, 3. And I think she can take 2 hides, or maybe a rest and a hide. So let's do... let's do a hide for sure. I would love to get a rest or 2 out the door here. This one is fine. But she is going to, let's move her first. So move 6, move 1. So that's 2, 3 moves into 2. So she's going to do extra move and then move into ruins. That leaves her with 1 phase left. And she will use that phase. I'm trying to be a little aggressive because I didn't like her first week. So, but she will hide twice just to make sure. Yeah, these are always sprints the last week. Like last week is always a desperate, because by then you have finally figured out where stuff is on the map. So she goes 1, 2, 3. So he's going to be there with her. And she's going to roll a hide. And she is done. And I feel like that was wasted because I could have done a rest. Ruins and the Lost City. So I feel good about doing 2 hides all of a sudden. This could be great for her. All she needs is a treasure site to get. So we get Flutter in 2, Hatter in 5. These are all goblins. Goblins, Altar in 1. The Horde in 6. Son of a... Yeah. And the Pool in 6. Wow. Okay, this place is... So that's 3 of 8 treasure sites found. Not great in the sense that the Horde is the one she would love to see. But yeah, that sucks right there. She could hit goblins, though. And also the octopus, but she could get goblins. I'm going to say... So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we do have the Hunt Lodge. 4 gold or bring a trophy obtained. And you get a VP. And then you do get an extra bounty. Each week the lodge puts a mini bounty on 1 roll on the appearance chart. Or you get more money if there are bounties. So, I mean, it's $4, so it sucks a bit. But we can turn the scholar in there, strangely enough, because it is a dwelling. It counts as a dwelling. So we can just dump him off there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just dump him. We could... But that'll always be there, right? That's going to be there. So I think what we do here is we're going to move to 1. So we're going to hide once. We move to the altar. We're going to move to the altar. And we're going to search 3 times. Because I do want also a treasure. Goblins can appear, but if goblins appear on me, I have diplomacy goblins. So that's perfect. That's what I want. I want them to appear. So that's what we're going to do. And we're hoping to roll a 3. Now, mind you, a 3 would suck because the octopus would show up. But no, we're going to get dragons instead, which is definitely not as good. Definitely not as good for us. So we move to here. We are going to hide. It doesn't matter because nothing's going to appear on us, but we do hide. And now we are going to search 3 times. So let's find this altar quick. Nope, can't roll a 4 to save my life. That's 1. That is 2. 3. So we do find the altar just on the last turn there. Okay. And we get Fluttersea, which I think still draws, which sucks a little bit. And we get the Horde. That definitely makes this place a little dicey. Now, she can run from those. So this is all good so far. What you don't want to happen is you don't want to get hit by goblins or the octopus and then the dragons at the same time or whatever. You want something you can't flee from, right? So I do think at this point we have to... What's our relationship with the guard? Probably not great. It's normal-ish. It's not... Oh, man. Yeah. Not super thrilled, but I think we're going to hide and search. And then... And that's it. And until we, and we're going to sit here one last time, just in case. So I think we're looking to get some loot out of here. If we get some loot, we can think about trinkets. Like if we get a small treasure, we get bats. That's going to suck. Bats are going to probably appear here. Okay, that's fun. But just 1 for now. So that's cool. So we do hide. We do. And now it's time to loot the lair. Oh, not the lair. I wish it was the lair. The altar. We're going to loot the altar. So move these cards out of the way, please. There are 4 treasures in the altar. She does have 3 shots at it. But as we see, it's not, I guarantee that's not 50%. There we go. There's the 4th. That's what I need. Oh, the Enchanted Meadow. Now we got to look at the Enchanted Meadow and what that's going to entail here. So the Enchanted Meadow is the last card. We have found it. Don't get me wrong, could certainly be nice. That's a nice weapon. But man, I tell you what, it's not worth where we're at here. So we're gonna go one last time, but at the treasure pile here, and we're gonna get the second. Yes, she does get a -1 on missile fire. Yes. We get the second treasure, so that's good too. The magic carpet. Well, fun, but not great. Yeah, she gets -1 on all missile rolls. And in some cases, that's actually really good. And in other cases, that, like if she has to roll, you're right, the fact that she has the medium bow helps her out quite a bit. That actually tips the scales in her favor over the regular archers in more situations. If she just gets a light bow, it's actually not that helpful to her as much as because those 2 dice, even if you know, because if she had to kill a tremendous with a light bow, she has to do what? Light, medium, heavy. She has to do +1 level. So she just roll a 3 to her 1 with her -1. And so that becomes very hard. But a 4-3 to her 1's actually in her favor. So we do get a treasure, but it is a large treasure, so it doesn't actually fit the bill. But she gets it. It's a thing. She can, right? So not terrible. Crap. I would love to find someone that she could talk to. Lancers, Patrol, and Shaman. So what day is it? Is it day 10? That's day 11. So she has 1, 2, 3 days. And she can deal with the soldiers, maybe? Maybe. Does she hate the soldiers? No, she's good with the soldiers. So she could sell to the soldiers if she needed to sell. There's no point in going up here really beyond that. What I would like to do is I'd like to be in a dwelling, in a garrison on day 7, because that brings the patrol to her. I would consider going back to the inn because the peddler's there. The peddler has a couple things that might be interesting. So, for instance, the Cloak of Mist at 16 to get a victory. So you sell that. You essentially trade it for a Cloak of Mist. So that would be an extra hide phase, which would really help. And a victory point because you'd buy from the peddler. And that wouldn't suck. Now you wouldn't be able to turn that in for trinkets. I mean, you could be able to, but I don't know that you'd want to. I was hoping, yeah, okay. Now, I probably wasn't, I shouldn't have been hoping to find because I think this is all large treasures, right? So we got what we theoretically should have expected from here. What's our goal for the next couple days? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So I think what I am going to do is I am going to pop up here. 1, 2, 3. Done. Get some rests in. Now, don't get me wrong. There might be monsters here because the hunt lodge does not preclude this happening. We are going to spend. I don't think she can sell here. No, you don't sell here. But she can turn the scholar in. She can get a victory point. So that's 2 points right there. Done. And actually, I think I'm going to. Before I do that, I'm going to actually go 1, 2, 3. We're going to hide a couple times and go here. So we're going to end up in Borderlands here. So hide, move into the Borderlands. Done. I'm being a little wishy-washy. It's solo. You get. I mean, I always feel like I'm behind because the days move so quick in the solo game. Oh, and we got bats actually here. So flutter pop bats there. So I did not do that. So 1, 2, 3, we're there. We hide twice. And we do. Stink and the shrine. So the shrine is 2 and 2. But it's also in a cave, which sort of sucks, actually. I would not mind being in with the soldiers on day 14, hoping to roll a 3 and get the patrol. That would be nice. So can I do that on day 13? Can I go 1, 2? 1, 2. So move. Well, what day is it? 13. Oh yeah, I can get in here on day. So we're gonna move. We're gonna turn all this stuff in so we get shaman and we get the lodge. We're gonna do that. And then we're just gonna pop back here 3, 4. Obviously, we're going to hide once, extra move, and then move back effectively. So we're going to pop all the things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to end up back here. We'll have paid. We'll have dropped him off. And that'll be day 13. 4. So we do get giants and trolls. So unfortunately, trolls are going to show. And we're not hidden. So keep that in mind. We do drop the shaman off, so that is done. We are going to pay our 4 gold. So instead of 10 gold, we have -4. So we have 6 gold. Boom, like that. That is 2 extra points. So we have 3 points now. Make the sum add up, done and done. And we end up back here, and Stink C appears, which are these 2 trolls. And we're not hidden. So, not quite the fight we actually want. The problem is that's going to freeze us a day. And so we're not going to be able to get to where we need to go. That sucks, by the way. That totally sucked. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't need to catch the patrol, really. Like, that's not necessarily this amazing requirement. Turning the carpet in would be great, but it's not like a requirement for our strategy or whatever. We would like more gold, obviously, and the closer we can get to the 30 points and getting the 30 and getting the point, the better. I would not mind turning in cards at this juncture, just because I don't know that these cards are doing us a ton of good. Where else can we go to sell? I suppose we can head to the left. So find this. Go here if we needed to. Obviously, we can go through the borderlands, which is what we're going to do, and go here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got to move here. So that's going to be 1. Do we go back this way? I would also like to get prowess, so that's another problem. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Um, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm a little stuck here. I need to get a plan here and stick with it. Let's go. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Okay, I know what we're going to do. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. We're going to hide probably twice, simply because it's just that dangerous. We can ambush Archer if the dragons show. Well, no, we can't because they'll leave the board. Okay, well let's get this done. So we get 2 rolls. Remember, stuff's coming off the board, and then it will come back on the board, of course, if we taunt it enough. 4 and 2, so serpents and demons and trolls. Oh my! So we get this guy's off. This giant is off the board. This giant returns from the dead. These trolls come off the board. Serpents and demons we haven't seen yet. So we end up here with 2 hides, and we are hidden. And then what happens is the demon pops. So now he is again tremendous, medium, heavy, tremendous, and unarmored. So I think we could. I mean, we're gonna try. We're gonna arch him too, because we can. So we're gonna ready this bad boy, and then shoot this guy. Remember, medium, heavy, tremendous. So medium, heavy, tremendous. We need a no change. So we need a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1 with her -1. So this is round 1. We have a good chance, and we plug the demon for 8 more. That brings us to 16. So that's good. That's a little less than halfway where we'd want to get, I think. Demon's gone. He's out of our way. That's as important as anything else at this juncture. Scholar was picked up and dropped off. The Lodge we're going to put up there, but that's been scored. No goblins, though. Been hoping for goblins this whole time, but no goblins. I mean, that's why you come here. You came here for goblins to hope to get the diplomacy goblins, because that would be a nice extra dude. He would help out in those cases where you're not hidden and you're fighting a single guy. That would be great. But alas, not meant to be. So we are done. And it's definitely effective in terms of shooting people down. Absolutely. So it is the 3rd week, though. And we are only 3 points, getting close to a 4th point with the prowess. So we could use a little bit of a lucky draw here in terms of the landslide sucks. God, as a song and as a thing. I don't know why I made that. What was I thinking? We got a wagon. We got a pool. Actually, the Amazon's great for the landslide, strangely enough. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, high pass. 4, 5, 6, high pass, 5. Copy, paste, and paste. These could be a little smaller. So it's blocked by 12 points of rock moving that needs to get done. And so I just mark it with some dice right now. The problem is she has to be in an adjacent clearing, and that's just a pain for her to get to. I don't like it there at all. So that is done. The wagon is in Dark Valley. Bad Valley, Cursed Valley, Dark Valley. It's heading to the inn. So I think that makes the most sense, I believe. So that's at least on her way. Poison Pool. Crag sick. Ugh. God damn. Yeah, we're not touching that. We're probably not touching the landslide. That is not a good roll for points for her. I'm just going to put these up here just because I'm like, yeah, I'll get to them maybe. I'll get to them. The gates, I'm just going to put this up here because we sort of know what those are. Here's the points that she might be able to get. So I think what we're going to do, so we got to set ourselves up for some points here. So I'm hoping the goblins are going to show. We are going to hide, and we're going to search 3 times. Actually, I'm going to hide and rest. Hide, rest, and search twice. Done. So let's get day 15 rolling here. 2. So serpents and demons again, but I don't think that draws anything anymore because we've killed the demons. So let's hide. We do. We're going to search 2 times, and this is going to be trying to find the path, though. So 1, 2, or a 3. No. 1, 2, or a 3. No. And she does rest once. Unfortunately, now we're in this mode. So hide, search. Hoping desperately for a 3 to pop. It doesn't. We do hide, and we are, and we couldn't roll that. We're looking for the ruins. 1, 2, or the path. 3. No, not even close. This guy's going to prowl. These guys appear. She's going to fight this dude because she is hidden. So she'll ready the bow. So just like normal, she's going to ready the bow. To kill something heavy, she can effectively roll a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because she can go down a level. So does she roll a 5 or less? And she does. So she kills the bat. That's worth 3 for her. Oh, and I do have to roll. I'm sorry. Let me. Three more, so that's 19. So that is so close. But now I have to roll. So I have to roll to see what the bounty is. So I have a bounty on this row. So the Hunt Lodge puts a bounty. Now, it's a little late, unfortunately, for us killing the demon. Since we did that on the last day of last week. But, oh well. I mean, I hate to say it, we're stuck. We're going to hide and search 3 times. We are really hoping to roll not a 4. No, that was not the hope. That'll actually draw nothing. So we're going to hide even though we got nothing to draw. So nothing. And now we're looking. Nope, that's 1. Come on, we can do this. There we go. We find choice. So hold on. So let's see. What can we do anything else? I don't think so. Locate. Yeah, I mean you can do. We could find lots of things, but we were just peering to find clues and paths effectively or whatever. So we do find the path. We do have a loot left, so we are going to loot the altar again. I think we do, but we don't get anything done. Okay, so let's look at this stupid wagon here. Wagon's broken down. We have to quest there and repair 2 ogres or 2 Bashkar. Bashkar would suck a little bit because they have horses. That sucks. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I am going to hide. I think we just when you enter the clearing. So we're going to hide and go 1, 2, 3 because I want to see what's here. Or we could go 1, 2, 3 and see what's there. But I do intend to take care of these bandits as well. Because again, I could use the prowess. So I'm going to go hide. Hide, 1, 2, 3. There you go. So we're going to do hide, move, into the mountains. Done. And let's roll to see what might appear. So dragons again. 1, 2, 3. We are hidden, hopefully. We are hidden. So let's roll a 1 die 6 to see what the wagon has. Going down here. 1, repair. So it's just broken down. So largely, I'm going to copy and paste this die and shrink it down and put it there. And so now we know, hopefully, that it's a 1. Should have made that a red die because it's hard to see on there. So we need to go and gather wood and then we can repair. Nonetheless, I'm here. So we get a howl, so more bats. That sucks a little bit. And bones. So more bats, even more bats. Or giants. Sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to you hate to say we're going to hide, move to the bandits. And we're probably just going to gun them down. So I'm going to retract my statement to you, Rob, that she is not as good an ambush archer as the Woods Girl. What I'm going to say is, with the medium bow, I think she gives anyone a run for their money. With the light bow, I think she is decidedly worse because -1 is not as good with the light bow, but it's really good with the medium bow. So, okay, we are hoping to not roll a 4 or a 6. And otherwise, so we get a 3. So finally, goblins will appear somewhere else for some other character. We're going to move up there. And we are hidden. And we're just going to shoot these guys down. Like, we're just going to do, we're doing the King's Justice. Which I think we just shoot them, defeat them. for 1 gold and return to a dwelling for a 1 VP and a 10 gold reward. So at that point, we would need to get to probably the guardhouse at that juncture. We would then also sell and so on. So, all right. We're killing this guy first because he is the most dangerous. Like, these guys aren't on any sheet or anything yet. He's dangerous if he flips. So we are hidden. We're going to do standard operating procedure. Yeah, the medium bow turns it, right? It literally flips that switch because all of a sudden the probabilities are in your favor with a -1, whereas with a light bow, no, they're just still not in your favor. So, I mean, we're going to hit this guy. We do want to put him at least to see if he. How about this? We'll roll the dice to see if he flips because that could, that could cause problems if we don't kill him. So let's get back to the missile table here. Remember, we have to do medium damage, so we can drop up to 2 levels. And the funny part is, we can't not kill a medium guy because we're going to roll a 5. As long as he's unarmored, the worst we can do is get medium. So we are going to kill him. Thunk, and that's that. Now it's just, are we hidden or not after we do that? And we are. So then we're going to pull this guy. And we're going to kill him. Are we hidden? And we are not hidden. So we do have to sort of figure this one out now. So I'm going to pull, that's fine. I'm going to pull this to ready the bow. Oops, to ready the bow. This to fire the bow. And I can play this this move. And I kill him because I'm going to hit him with a 1. And you can't not hit medium dudes and kill them with the medium bow as the Amazon. So the bandits drop pretty hard, pretty quick. Oh, yeah, she can kill Tremendous. Yes, absolutely. And not super difficult. Armored gets a little dicier, armored Tremendous, but a unarmored Tremendous is actually not super difficult with her because she needs a 4, 3, 2, or 1. And like I said, I think it's 1, 4, 9, 16, 36 to roll a 4, 3, 2, or a 1. Right? 16. I think I'm wrong. I think I've screwed up the math. Don't do math on stream ever. So anyway, we get 2, 4, and 6. So that's 8 and 4. So that's 12 more prowess. So she does get 3 bandits, rogues. So that's 2, 4, and 6. So that's 12. So that serves a couple purposes for her. She's now up to 31 prowess. So that's going to give her 1 prowess point so far. She does get 3 gold. Gives her 9 gold. He does get a card VP. So that's her 4th point there. And so now she's up to 5. Now it's a little late for 5, but she is. And I always had these guys just returned, like they're chased back home. Like I don't actually. She does get a VP. She also then turns this card, not this one, but this one, turns it on its side and shrinks it down a little bit. If she can get to a dwelling, she's going to get $10 as a reward. So I think that's what we need to do. I think getting $10 won't suck. So this card goes away. We just have the wagon and the peddler. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. What could appear up here that would stop her from running? A spider, I suppose, is slightly dangerous, not super dangerous. Serpents won't, maybe serpents will appear. Slither. Serpents would be the worst if she just doesn't hide. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think she is going to hide and then move into the cliff. So she's going to run as fast as possible. Let's get a roll here. 2 serpents and demons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So she ends up there. Is she hidden? While we flip this, she's not hidden. So that sucks a little bit. We do get Flutter 1, but nothing's going to come of it at the moment. And then day 21, she is going to 1, 2, 3. So she's going to hide once right near the woods for the wagon. Yeah, I mean she can pop that one. But I wanted to go here to sell, actually, to be honest, and get the 10 gold because it's worth 27 gold for me to sell and turn in the quest. So I did want to get up here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So we are going to move to the guard. And I think I am going to play it a little rough and ready here. Hold on. Where's and we're gonna so one of these is an extra move, and we're gonna rest twice. Or no, actually, we're gonna trade. Why? Right? Trade and rest. Trade and rest. Yeah, done. So it's day 7. We are actually looking for a 3 because the 3 would bring the patrol, who I am friends with. That, but no, there's no friends. You have no friends. So the bats will come off the board and off the dead pile. And we go here. We are resting once to bring, I suppose, this down to there. And we're going to trade with the guard. We do need to do our cheese roll, which is no 6s. Done. So we can sell this to the guard. So we're going to sell this for 17, and we are going to turn this in for 10. So that is plus 27. That brings us to 36 gold. And the good thing about 36 gold is it's going to hit us up for a half of a VP. So we actually have scored 1/2. So we are up to 5.5, if that makes any sense. And now we can turn some of these in. So I think I'm going to dump trinkets. What's the chance of us locating the lair? I'm going to say not high. I'm going to ditch that one. I'm going to keep in the goblins because it's actually a protective card, if that makes any sense. I don't know how these aren't dropping on the pile. So we're going to draw 2 new ones. We get Curse Breaker, never going to happen. And Archaeological Dig. And the dig site is going to be in, so this goes to the guard. The dig site is 2. So the nice thing is she has to go through the ruins anyway. The bad thing is she does have to cut through these dragons to get to that. But that's doable. Looks like this is the last week, though. And so this is always the planning moment, right? So I think she goes for the dig site. I think she goes for the wagon. That's 2 more points. That's not great. That's 7.5. Oh, she actually has 1.5 points for prowess. I'm sorry. So that's good. That's good because that means her total is 6 now. So that's better because that'll get her 8 points when she gets the 2 points for the wagon and the dig site. She will probably get another 0.5 point because she will probably get enough prowess by killing those dragons to kick to 40. So that's 8.5 points. The dig site gets her a small treasure. What sucks a tiny bit, if the goblins pop, that gets her another point because she gets diplomat goblins. So she could get 3.5 points. That's 9.5. Then maybe she ends the game trying the horde for a great treasure, but that's in a cave. I don't like it. But we do want to get the wagon and the site done. So let's get to that dig site first. So definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first day is going to be. Oh, we get. I'm sorry, we get 3 events too, right? Oh, so that's a kicker too. So let's get these last events. We get 1 strongman. Oh, that's such a nothing burger. 1, 2. Lost Warlock might be good, and the Elf. Wow, that is a crap draw. Oh well. Well, let's see where the Warlock ends up at least, and maybe he is somewhere of interest. 4, 5. So Cliff 5. The Peddler is at the inn. And that's a good thought. But he's way back at the end, which is like it's a couple days. That's the problem. It's way over here. The inn is literally here. All right, so let's get this thing off the board there. There we go. Okay, so the only other problem too is the Warlock does obviously make. Oh crap! Where are we gonna drop his butt off? I don't have a good place to drop him off. So I could get the point, and it's 2 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 2 days to here as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, hide, or whatever. 3, right? Get to here. And these woods all suck because the campfires are in bad locations for me. That wasn't great. Just saying. So either we burn a day and get the point. My fear is twofold. My fear is finding the dig site is a locate, so it's a 4 or a 1. You got to roll it just like any other, right? So that's always dicey, right? Because the chance of doing that is 1, 3, 5, 7. It's 8 in 36. It's 25% to locate every roll. Same thing with repair rolls. They're also dicey at times. But that's okay. So what we're gonna do, I've done. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're running down to the wagon. So we're gonna X, move, done. We're just gonna book it all the way down. So let's get our roll. One. And we do roll for the lodge. Does the lodge have anything for us? Yeah, they want dragons killed. That's actually good for us because the lodge will. Any killing a creature gets $2. So every dragon we're going to get $2 for. We're heading that way anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So we are there. That's our day. It's not an exciting day, but it does get us to where we need to go. We know the wagon just needs wood from here or here or here. We're going to go and go 1, 2, 3. We're going to hide twice and get to there. So our next day are 2 hides, move to the dragons. Done. Let's get a roll. And 5. So spiders and imps. I actually don't think that's too bad for us here. No, nothing. So 1, 2, 3. Are we hidden? No, that's a no. And that's a yes. So we are hidden. We pop into there. Nothing appears. We're going to take these 2 dragons now to the wrong sheet. Okay, there we go. Dragons aren't with us. They're not on our sheet. That we are hidden. We're going to ready the bow and get ready to shoot. These are heavy and armored. So we do, it's just like a tremendous creature. We have to roll a 4, 3, 2, or 1 to kill one of these. So on round 1, no, not killing. But are we hidden? Yes. So that's round 1. On round 2, we have to commit to a fatigue, which we will. Oh, does he flip? Because that could be important. That could be our end. So round 2, we're going to take the pot shot. And we do kill the dragon. Thunk. So he is dead. Are we hidden? We are. We fatigue. Round 3. Yes. Done. And that was readied and all that. So 2 dragons, 2 flying dragons. That is worth 15. Let's see where we end up there, because that's good. That's 46. So that's 46. So she's now up to 2 VP. So she gets her full 2 prowess there. So that gives her 6.5. Things are going my way. Oh, come on, Dustin. I'm not that. I'm not a ne'er-do-well. I'm usually do bad. How are you, Dustin? So, okay, so she pops the 2 dragons. She gets 4 gold because, remember, she's a member of the Hunt Lodge, and the Hunt Lodge actually has a bounty on dragons. I've actually never seen that work. So that gives her 40 gold. No, that does not give her 40 gold. Why? 20. See, oh, yeah. No, I have 46 gold. I should have 46 prowess. I just put that in the wrong space. I have 40 gold. I think that things are going good. I took a few days off, which is nice. So I'm up to 1 full VP here. So that's cool. So that gives me a full 7 points. So that's where she is. I took a few days off. Now that's coming to an end here soon. but that was nice. It's nice to have time off, which is cool. I look. I'm of the age where I'm. I mean, there's look. I'm sure many of you are way more ambitious than I am, and probably richer than I am, or more industrious than I. Whatever. All those things. All smarter. Everything. Just pick it. Pick a superlative. That's fine. Because I've reached an age where I'm like, I'm done. Just I would play all. I just would do this all day if I could. If I could. Um, and the funny part is, I still like all the physical parts of the job. And not physical, but the actual work that I do. I still enjoy the work that I do. I just don't love as much all the stuff that surrounds all the work I do. So I passed 50 years ago. Yeah, me too. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So we pop the dragons. Okay. And this is where the dig site is. So the reason we're here is to hide and search on the dig site. So let's get a monster roll for that. And you know what? I would take a five again if we needed to. There we go. We rolled a 5. So we did hide. Wow, that's a great hide roll. I actually do feel that whenever I roll a hide roll and I need to search, I always roll what I want for the search roll on the hide roll, and then roll a 6 immediately after for the search. Like, I just feel that all the time. Like, I really want a 4 or a 1. And there we go. Ooh, 4. Bam. Dig site found. So that's a card point. So that's her. So she pops that point. That's 8 points of the 10 that we would want to get normally to score. So she gets that. She gets 5 more gold. So she's up to 45 gold. Where is so where yeah, so she could 55 though is what she needs to get another half a point. Gold's rough. And I base these roughly off of, how many points you need to get to do, to score in Magic Realm. But she does get a small treasure. Now, if this is a great treasure, she wins. It's not, though. It is a potion. Whoa. Okay. Funny part is she could now. That's pretty hilarious. She could score Cursebreaker. So, happy camper. Find the campsite. That sucks a little bit. So large campsite. And the reason that sucks is just the map is bad for it. Because all the camping, like, so here's a campsite, here's a possible campsite, here's a possible campsite. Life is good. Got a huge milkshake from Dairy Queen. That sounds good. That's very nice. It's very nice. I'll be honest with you guys. I really need to lose 20 pounds. I really do. I've toyed with the idea of posting my keto, like my food logs on the channel as like public shaming to try to keep myself honest, because I will cheat all the time otherwise. And like maybe that's TMI. Maybe it's just too much information for folks. No, we didn't do much actually for the 4th. I hung out a little bit with my parents, and that was about it, really. That's all. And I hung out with the kids a bit, but not, we didn't do anything like, ooh, right, yeah. I might maybe make another channel. I really, I need that public shaming to. So I got 4 days left. Yeah, no. I can see that. So where do we go here? Any of these I think is fine. So how do we get the wagon done? The wagon is going to be, get one of those standing desks and expense it to work. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Just a quest phase. So that's easy. So a quest phase is easy. So literally it's one quest, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. So one quest, 2, 3, 4, 5, and done. So move into the woods, quest, move to the wagon. Because remember, we get an extra move. So this move is an extra move. Done. So we are back at the wagon in a day. I'm going to roll even though it doesn't matter. I'm going to roll because it's going to be a 3 and I'm going to be pissed that I didn't hit the goblins. No. Okay. Yeah, I do need to. 1 quest, 2, well, 1. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm actually here. So I'm gonna stick with that. But we do roll a 4 instead. Does anything pop on a 4? No. So we're still safe. So we have our wood, and then we go 1 and search. So we're going to move to the wagon. So that's a false move. Because it's not 3. It's 3, 2 in the ruin. This is move to the wagon. Search, because this is an extra. So it's a repair. So these are actually repair phases. We'll put P's. Our quest phases. There you go. So 4, 3, 2, or 1. So we go pop. We're up there 1. We get 4 of these. A 4, 3, 2, or 1 will get it. That's a fail. That's 1 fail. 2 fails. 3 fails. Don't fail 4 times. Nope, 4 fails. Okay, so we did not repair the damn wagon. Ooh. We're gonna quest 4 times, and that's fine. We're good. We can quest 4 times, and that's today. We're not gonna roll, so that's 1 fail, 2 success. So she finally gets the wagon done. So she fixes the wagon. She gets a VP and 8 gold. So she scores wagon, VP, 8 more gold. I think the 8 gold. No, it's not enough. She's 2 gold short, son of a bitch. She gets a 6th card point, which brings her to 9. And now on the last day, she can run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the guard. We're just going to do that. We do have to roll 2 dice to see who shows up. 4 and a 2. I don't think anybody shows up at the guardhouse on those. We turn in the warlock. That's going to make the guard friendly, so we don't really even have to roll on that, which is nice. 7 card points, 2 prowess. She maxes prowess. 40. She gets just enough gold to score. And that's 10 points. So she would win. She wins. She wins scoring. Really, she scores 3 cards the last week. She did kill fairly effectively. Early on she sort of was blank, but again, keep in mind that she killed literally 2 days. 3 days. The Rift ate 3 of her days, and that then doesn't count the fact that she had to move back and then move through the ledge. So I would really say probably 4 days were just the Rift. But yeah, I would say she was very effective with that bow. And again, if you think about it, her killing a tremendous armored is a 25% chance. So she actually wins on all the big stuff with a medium bow. Now, getting that medium bow typically is not trivial for her because the folks that have it are the wood folks who don't like her. Well, I shouldn't say they don't like her, they're neutral. The one time that I got the bow for her, I hired the Lancers and killed the wood folk and then stole the bow. But trading it's hard because they just, I mean, that's 32 gold typically or whatever. But that's hard. It's just hard for her to get, which is a little bit shitty, I think. It's one of those designs where you go, yeah, I get it. We're you're but with the medium bow, like I said, the light bow, the problem is she has a hard time killing the tremendous stuff, and she can run from it. She has a easy time killing the goblins with the light bow, but when it goes awry, she can't run. She then must fight. Which is fine. She can fight them, but it's just, it is clunky in all those ways that fighting, whatever, 6 goblins or 4 goblins or whatever is clunky. So the medium bow changes all that because, again, she can't not kill an unarmored medium target. So as long as she stays hidden, she's just plinking them away. So that's sort of fun. But yeah, that was good. That was a good. Now the goblins are auto kills for her. Now again, once the problem is, so keep in mind, so the danger actually is once she is unhidden, then you have the problem of, well, the bow's not ready ever. She's hit them. Right? So you take these guys, and let's say you kill you kill 2 of them, and then all of a sudden you roll the dreaded 6, right? And now you're unhidden, and now you got 4 of these guys on your sheet, and that's fine. Yeah, right. She's got to go, okay, well, now I got to ready this thing. And that means to ready that, I'd have to play this. And that's fine. She can. But you're fatiguing a fight every round. And so it starts getting dicey. And then you're taking hits, and that's fine. And you win that fight. You absolutely win that fight. It just is that it's less ideal of a fight for her. And it becomes less and less ideal on like the spear guys. Oh yeah, her sword sucks. That's the problem. The problem is her sword is awful. It's interesting because her sword is awful. None of her buddies are on the board to start. And like the weapons that they do sell aren't necessarily, right? They're okay for her. But the best she can do with that is heavy star. So she can kill giants with a spear, right? And so on, stuff like that. But she's not killing the dragons. And so yeah, so as it goes, the Amazon is made for that bow, but you can't get it. You got to find the wood folk, you got to kill the wood folk, you got to, right, and so on and so forth. So it's pain in the butt. And she can kill the wood folk. It's actually made harder in my game because I don't allow you to attack neutrals unless they attack you or insult or whatever, right? Yeah, what is find bow? It's probably a light bow, huh? Which sucks. That's too bad. I should give it a small chance. Yeah, a light bow. You get a light bow. I should give her the tiniest chance to find a medium bow. Because I mean that's another thing to do, right? Get that bow. But again, that one's light, so it's just not as good for her. That's all. I mean, whatever. I think this was great. She kicked ass. This actually, I would argue that bow puts her on par with like the Berserker, right, and the White Knight in terms of what she can kill and how to, right. And she's even, like I said, better than the Woods Girl then at the big stuff because she just has a better chance to get that done and she can run from all that stuff. So that was good. And she maxed out prowess, which is good. And there's no real bonus in this game of going higher than 40, so there's no point really in just pounding out more creatures, really. I'm a little bummed that these appeared in the ruin on 6, of course, because that puts them in a cave, which locks her out a little bit because you never want you especially that week goes so fast. I almost hate putting anyone in a cave unless you get extra phases. So, yeah, that was fun. That was good. That was a good like impromptu. Hey, I want to do something. Let me play some Magic Realm, and you know, yeah, her cards weren't great. They didn't start great. I don't know that she. So what did she score? She scored the Rift, but that's an event. She scored the Shaman. That's an event. She scored the Lodge. That's an event. The Bandits is an event. The Dig Site was her card. The Wagon and the Warlock are events. She actually scored these events. So of her 7 cards, 6 of them were events, and only one of them was one of her cards. And yeah, she never got most of her cards. And I held Diplomat the whole game, and you would think this would be a great place for it. She spent a lot of her time in the ruins, and you think this would be a winner for her because they just appear and she pops it. And that's why I held the card. I'm like, man, you hold Diplomat because it protects you from that tile. She now has the option of just sitting there, and if the ruins come, she just goes, "Yeah, I'm good. I came with papers." But I didn't see a goblin the whole damn game. Didn't see a goblin the whole game. I didn't roll a 3 on the monster roll. I don't think the whole game. I think I might have rolled it once. You only don't get goblins when you have the card. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely true. And then trinkets sort of sucked because I had trinkets and I popped giants early, but then the only treasure that I had found at that point in time was the magic carpet, which is not a small treasure. You have to find a small treasure, not a large treasure, and I found a large treasure. Now that's my fault because I popped the altar, and the altar is I think all large, right? Yeah, it's 4 large. So I wasn't going to find anything. The Crypt of the Night and the Glimmering Ring. And those are useless to her. The Warhorse would be great, of course, because it's great for everybody. I mean, she really wants this sword, effectively. But again, that's a 2. That's a better role for. That's a better role for the Amazon if she is rolling on with 1 die, which she did have. The peddler actually had, I think, gloves. The death gloves. So yeah, I thought that went pretty well, all things considered. And that would definitely score her points. So You clear the board faster. You tend to, like, I'm always surprised when I'm playing with four how quickly we've turned over almost everything, right? Now I do that a little deliberately. Like I don't have characters following each other around or whatever, right? I'm trying to scour that board pretty hard. And when you do that, then you just see more stuff. This is always a little bit of a mad rush at the end. I do almost like that about this format, the solo format, because it's sort of fun to last week go, oh my God, I need to score 4 points. How do I score 4 points in 7 days? Because you have no time at all. So I do like that about this format quite a bit. Um, it's a mad rush effectively, right? At the end. Because at that point you've seen enough of the board to go, okay, now I can plan, right? I can actually do it. And then you have to take a look at your hand and the event hand and go, oh, okay, I think I can do blah XYZ, blah 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 blah, and done. And but that could easily fail. That dig site, she could have sat there for 4 days and been done. And you'd have been like, yeah, okay, well, you scored your 6 points or whatever. Good, good game or what. But no, that was good. That was fun. That was a very good deal. It's only 11, which sort of sucks, but and I got to finish my other game a little bit, and the witch is just eating everything in that game, which is sort of cool, but everybody else is like, we're just doing our thing, and the witch is like, yes, I'm killing every creature on this board. Yeah, no, thank you. That was a fun suggestion. Definitely a fun suggestion. I wonder if there are weird, because unfortunately she's the only one where I go, yeah, that's what you want. Obviously, I would argue that the Black Knight has a similar thing with the bow and or the crossbow. But I wonder if there are other characters where you go, man, if they just had this, then aha, that's a different thing. I don't know if there are. I would not mind. I would not mind figuring out how to make effective. So here's my only problem with so I love this mod, right? I can't help it. I do love being able to just. Now, I didn't write the mod. Someone else wrote it. Um, I love being able to have this happen. Now, I could probably. I've looked enough places in this mod now. I could probably copy and paste all the code which does all that stuff. But I would love to add to these decks. That's what I don't know how to do. And add to the decks and make those the decks that are putting stuff into these piles. So that would be my next. I think my next thing. It'd be fun to see some more treasures and add a few more treasures or whatever, right, to the game. I mean, there are treasures from the expansion and stuff which aren't in here. That would be fun. So I think I have to figure that out. So yeah, if there's anything else, I do think. So I do think in the. Let me do change. I'm going to change this up though. Let me put this back to. Give me 1 second. So there are the scores as they stand. The Witch is definitely going to get 4 more points. It looks like The Witch and the Woods Girl. So it's going to be 4-3. The Wizard's dead if you haven't seen it, so spoilers. So the Wizard's going to... And the Magician will probably get 2 then. So that's going to set the stage. I think maybe we do solo games for the next round. So 16 solo games. Oof, that's, right? 16 plain old solo games. Just pound them out one after the other. And then add that somehow. Figure out the scoring thresholds for 4, 3, 2, 1 points. Yeah. You're like, I don't like that idea. maybe we pound out, Yeah, because we'll see. But that's sort of what I'm thinking. We'll do a round of solo games. So that'll be the third round. The third round of games will be solo. Then we need to figure out what else, if anything else, we have in terms of in our pocket for formats. Did you ever see, Rob? I don't know if you've watched. I literally did. I think I have a set of Pilgrim. Let me go look. I'm actually going to go look in the channel. I think I have a set of Pilgrim games, solo games, because I kept being miserable about it. Because I kept sucking. Okay, I was saying I was so bad. And I was like, and finally I won. I'm like, yes, I won the Pilgrim. I think I'm done. I think I win Magic Realm. Pilgrim Practice. Yeah, I just could not get him to go. And that's one where you go, man, I would love to you would do it like the high jump or the long jump and you get your best of 3 attempts, but that would take forever. As it stands, each one of those games takes an hour and a half to 2 hours, right? So it's a session, right? Bam, 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 bam. But you're 16, so it's 16 of them. So you were doing 4 a week, let's say. So it's still a month. Like you're ending the summer with those solo rounds. If you did 3 of them, you'd be ending the year with those solo rounds. Be like, hey, Merry Christmas, the Pilgrim one. Yeah, and then I need another format. Yeah, I mean, yes, and I love Small Blessing, but I hate sitting there rolling on Small Blessing, for the days. And remember, you got one shot. So I do think that the sweet spot almost is um, find the altar, find the shrine, find the statue, mostly sit there and just suck up the fact that you can't be attacked by those dudes. And I have been taking staff to snake instead, and I mean that's done okay for him. But then you have to find yourself a weapon still. So yeah, I do love the Witch King. Yeah, the Witch King is an easy. Yeah, that's an easy play. Whereas, yeah, the Pilgrim's a little hard because you don't have a good, what do you want to say? You don't have all your bases covered. Killing, moving, and getting out of dodge when you need to. And the Witch King does, right? Killing, yeah, moving. So his mobility is essentially melt into mist, as is his getting out of dodge is melt into mist. The Pilgrim, I mean, he has sort of killing down, sort of. So yeah, I just gotta get him sort of sorted. That's all. I agree with that. Let's look at the Pilgrim real quick while we're here. Yeah, I mean, you are as slow as anything. You can run from almost nothing. Um, This you have some great fight chits. Like you are very much the old guy with a staff, and you can whip that staff around and knock three thugs into the dirt. But you can't limp away from anything. So things like serpents and goblins, right? Anything small and fast, just eat your lunch. You can avoid the biggest, but even a troll, even tremendous troll, you can't run. And you're not going to kill them unless you have the blessing. So, not great, but we will see. Presumably, sometime next month, I imagine. So yeah. So we will do that. I think solo rounds are next. Yeah, he's a oh, what's his name? Oh God, David Carradine, but not David Carradine. I forgot the actual character's name. It's Kung Fu. Is the show. I used to watch that show. When I was a kid, I watched that show. I don't remember his name. I don't remember the character's actual name, which is too bad. But yeah, it's David Carradine. And his old master, he keeps having the flashbacks to the old master. Yeah. I remember Kung Fu. A lot of shows. I watched a lot of TV. When I was a kid, I watched a lot of TV. Because my grandmother bought me a small black and white, and I had it in my room. And as a preteen, teen, whatever, in the 70s or whatever, in the 70s, I was not yet a teen. That was great. My mother hated the fact I had a TV in my room, but I love that TV. Little black and white. It was like this big. Like it's no bigger than this. You can't see, but no bigger than. It's not even as big as any of these monitors, of course. Tiny thing, black and white. You had the dial in, right? And it had the little circular antenna. And you had to just putz with it and the rabbit ears to get anything in. It was amazing. Amazing, that damn thing. And then the Atari, hooked the Atari up, and you had the UHF connector. Oh, glorious. Love that thing. I don't know where that TV went, but I hope it's in. If there's an afterlife, that TV deserves to be in it. I remember at night on like Fridays and Saturdays, and this is when I was a kid, before like leaving the house at Fridays and Saturday nights was a viable option. I would go in the middle of the night and I would tweak the antenna so that I could get like channel 22 or whatever the hell it was, so I could watch reruns of or SCTV with snow, like just fuzz, but I could watch SCTV at night. Or Catch the Outer Limits, or I used to love just tweaking that thing. And when I taught physics, and I taught like a more practical physics it was like an army thing, a DoD thing, where they were teaching effectively measurement, right? It was kids that weren't necessarily going to an academic or a college track, but it was physics. You did labs. It was all labs. The class was labs. And we were doing oscilloscope. And it's funny because they had a hell of a time, because you have to dial in an oscilloscope, right? In an oscilloscope, you have to, it's very analog. You tweak the phase of the signal until you essentially get something that actually resolves on the screen. And the funny part is there's just a lot of tweaking and just tuning, and the kids weren't good at it. They sort of vaguely sucked at it. Mechanical engineer. Wow. Okay. So absolutely. And it's sort of funny because they weren't great at it, and they were really, really not. And at one point it sort of hit me. I'm like, yeah, none of these kids ever sat there and like dialed the radio dial. Like a lot of their universe was digital by the time that I was a teacher and they were in school, right? So it just something about an oscilloscope is very analog. Well, at least the oscilloscopes that I had ever worked on, and right, it was very analog. You had to, okay, hold on, let me get that. Where's the gain? Where's the phase? And bam, okay, there's a sine. Done. Okay, I've got it. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, okay, just turn it, keep going, just do it until you get it, right? Just go and F with it effectively. And my entire childhood with that TV was effing with it. What if I put foil on the antenna? Will that do anything? I don't think it did, but I thought it did at the time. So yeah, very fun, very 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 interesting. But yeah, they had a hard time with stuff like that because it just, I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, they got it eventually. Kids are smart and resilient, more so than old men usually. So, but yeah, and it was that TV. I swear to you, that's a damn TV. All right. Well, I suppose I should go. It's 2 hours. I'm going to go, even though it's early. I could certainly chat for a while longer, but I don't want to hold you here. So there you go. There's the Amazon, the Boazon. I thought that worked out pretty well. And Rob, I will talk to you. Dustin, thanks a lot for stopping by. And I will see you all this week a little bit later. Tomorrow is sort of my last day of freedom here before back to work. So I'll probably try to finish that Magic Realm game tomorrow. And then I don't know if we'll stream tomorrow. I'm going to actually give my voice a little bit of a rest. And we'll probably be back on Wednesday for you guys. All right, Rob. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you can die in peace. That's not saying to rush it. I'm just saying that's good that you're there. So, all right. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for anybody else that's watching, and I will see you probably Wednesday. All right? Good night, guys. Yep, you too, man. Be good.